Alright, so let's continue from where we ended in the last video. So we have a virtual environment running, and we've installed this Python wrapper, which we'll use to interact with a smart contract on the Dero stargate testnet. And the smart contract we will interact with is this one. So it's very simple. So first, when it was created, it's stored one variable called number, one string called text. Then there's one function which we can use to change this number to a new number, and there's another function that can change the number and the text. In this function, you can also send Dero in a transaction, deposit Dero to this contract, and this is captured by this value parameter. So parameters that are called value are special. And then there's a function called withdraw, which can withdraw Dero from this contract. And we will use this Python wrapper called pydero that I've been working on, which is, you can find the source code on this GitHub. All right. So let's edit this Python script. Let's first import some classes we will use. So this connection class handles connections to a running Dero wallet or running Dero daemon, depending on what you want to do. And this contract is a Python class that you can use to interact with a smart contract on the Dero blockchain. So let's start by creating a connection class. So these are actually the default parameters, but I will type them out anyway for clarity. And then let's create a contract class, and I will specify the ABI later when we need it. So you need to specify an ABI if you want to call functions in this contract. You also need to specify an instance of the connection class and the ID of the contract. Alright, so let's try this. For example, we can do this will return the balance of the wallet. And for example, this will return the balance of the smart contract. So this is now printed in units of the smallest unit, not in Dero, so we can convert this to Dero. I think it's right, so this is now this returned tuples. Let's take the first here. So one is the balance, one is the unlocked balance. As you see, this is the same balance as is shown in our wallet here, and the balance of the smart contract is 0. Let's now read see if we can read the stored variables in this smart contract. And then we can use this function, get variable. That one was called looks. We're going to read these variables called number and text. Right, 5 hello world. Right. Let's now change this number by calling the function change number. So for this, we need to specify an ABI. This is the format. Now we can call this function. Let's just first print the functions to see it's working. Right. Let's say 13. So now this sent an RPC call to the wallet, which executed transaction on the Dero blockchain. As you can see here. All right. Let's see if this worked, if the number has changed. So indeed, the number has changed to 13. Okay, so let's now call another function in the smart contract. But so now we specify the ABI manually. We can also let just load the ABI directly from the blockchain. So for this, we just specify this to be none and call set ABI from DB, and let's print right. So we have the function called functional change number, and then we have the change number and the text. So let's try this one. We need to send in one number, the new value of the variable number, and how much Dero we want to deposit, and the new string for the variable text. I mean, of course, this contract has no use. It makes no sense. So these functions are just, I mean, they have no use. It's just to illustrate different functions that you can do. Okay. So let's call this. Now let's change to say 10. Let's deposit 5 Dero, and now we need to convert again. So from Dero, and then say Dero. And we also need to, so currently you need to set the flag payable equals to true for security purposes, so you don't accidentally send Dero to the contract. Let's now try to call this. This transaction went through, and let's see. Okay, seems like it worked, and as you can see, my balance dropped by 5 Dero. And if we now run this script again, indeed numbers changed to 10, the text has changed. Now the balance for the smart contract is 5, and the balance for in my wallet is also has been reduced by 5. What else can we do? Okay, so let's just try the last function, withdraw. So let's withdraw, let's say 4 Dero. It's possible that this did not work because I don't have any unlocked balance, so I might need to wait a while. Ah, right, I didn't see it here. So it returned an error message. Indeed, I don't have sufficient unlocked balance. So yeah, let's just wait a few seconds. So now, okay, now it should be okay. Now indeed the transaction went through. Wait for it. Okay, now it says executed this function. And indeed now added 4 Dero to my wallet balance. And again, if we check, of course, do it like this. And indeed now there's only 1 Dero left in the contract, which you can also see here, of course. Balance 1 Dero.